Greetings everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm your host Captain Rye, and today's video comes to us courtesy of Nate 378. And Nate is playing in the Tier 8 Premium German Cruiser, the Prinz here in World of Warships. As the battle's currently underway, it is a Tier 10 battle on Hotspot, and it's a domination match mode. Now, Nate's team's already managed to secure the B cap point. The enemy team has managed to secure the C cap point, and Nate is playing his cruiser very intelligently. He's keeping himself angled away from the nastiest, closest targets, but at the same time, he's looking for targets of opportunity to shoot at. Now, you'll notice here, Nate is got his hydroacoustic up. That's German hydro, very, very good hydroacoustic here. And he's got it up specifically looking for torpedoes, but also, should he happen to run into a destroyer that thinks it's being sneaky or cheeky, he can hopefully be able to close in on them. Now, you'll notice here that he's firing the armor piercing. German armor piercing is pretty damn good, although against battleships, it's not going to do the most, at least not at these kinds of ranges, and probably not against battleships like the Bismarck there with its turtleback armor. So he switches over to the high explosive to try and gets fires set on that ship, but that's when the enemy gearing pops up here. Now, his team's managed to take out 2 of the enemy destroyers already, including one that was back over at the A cap point. But that gearing has got himself in a world of hurt. He's got a Benson that's chasing him, but you can see here the gearing's not even worrying about hitting Nate. He just wants to take somebody out, so that's going to be, for at least for the gearing, the Benson. But because he's not trying to maneuver hard against Nate, well, Nate's going to put the world of hurt on him, and the Benson is going to secure the kill there. Now, the Tier 8 Premium Cruiser here, the Prinz is basically just a premium variant of the Admiral Hipster, which is available in the German tech line. So it gets the standard 8-inch guns with standard German hydro and German armor piercing. It also gets 2 triple torpedo tube launchers per side, and they go out to a range of 6 kilometers. They're not particularly useful for torpedoing battleships at a stealth, especially if you look at the detection radius versus the torpedo range there, but they can absolutely be used as last-ditch weapons if you close in on a target, and they can definitely be used as ambush weapons if you position yourself correctly. Now, Nate is playing this game very intelligently as a Tier 8 cruiser in a Tier 10 battle. He's looking for targets of opportunity, but he's also keeping his ship back behind other potentially more dangerous targets for the battleships to shoot at. Because he is just a Tier 8 cruiser, even though he's a premium, he doesn't get a heal. He doesn't get that repair ability like the Atago or the Takao. He also doesn't have the best armor in the world, even though, yes, he is a German cruiser, and yeah, he can technically bounce shots from some of these ships if he's at the right angle, but that doesn't mean anything when you're talking about ships like the Yamato, or something like a Montana with a whole lot of shells flying your way. So as he comes out from behind the headland of this island into the A cap point here to support his destroyers, he's going to angle his ship pretty heavily against that Bismarck, but he's not going to go bow onto that Bismarck. He did get shots out at this Mogami, did triple citadel that Mogami. He's got armor piercing loaded, and that Mogami's low enough health that, assuming nobody else takes the kill, that should be Nate's kill, and it is, in fact, Nate's kill here. Bismarck gets taken out of the game, fortunately for Nate, just as the Bismarck secondaries were focused on him. At this point, his team is absolutely dominating. It's total domination here at his team. The only thing that's keeping the enemy team in this game at all at this point has got to be the fact that they have the C cap point. Otherwise, they would have lost on points for sure, being all the way down in the 100 points range to Nate's team's 700 points. But Yu Yang, enemy Tier 10 Pan-Asia Destroyer, pops up there. That's a very, very dangerous ship, especially to ships like the Alabama there. Not so much to the enemy destroyers, considering that Nate's team has all 5 of them, and they still have that gearing. So Nate gets some high explosive out there, manages to knock a module out, set that ship on fire. Doesn't get the kill on that. That actually goes to the Shimakaze, who uses his guns. Yeah, Shima's got guns. Don't want to forget that. And now the enemy team is down to just 2 cruisers and 2 battleships. But those 2 cruisers and those 2 battleships are very, very dangerous. And you can see here, all 4 of them are effectively targeting Nate all at the same time. So as he comes around here, he's going to angle against the most immediate threat, and that's going to be the Iowa and the Baltimore. Now, the Baltimore is coming up on him. He's going to go for the ram there. Now, those shots go long. Nate takes a big ol' Citadel. I think those are from the Yamato. He gets a set of torpedoes out there. Ram denied. He uses up both of his torpedoes on that Baltimore. He only needed 1, but he uses both. Wise choice there, not sure. Still takes another big hit, and again, I'm pretty sure that second big hit he took there was probably from the Yamato, and there's the New Orleans who's shooting at him as well. That Yamato, mostly full strength there, also shooting at him. Now, Nate has secured 2 kills here. He's done a pretty reasonable 66,000 damage, but he's got a New Orleans he can shoot at. He's got the armor piercing loaded, manages to connect yet another Citadel there, a good amount of damage. For being bottom tier, he's actually doing quite well. Of course, that New Orleans is also bottom tier, and just look at that wall of skill coming in there. That wall of skill just absolutely ruins that New Orleans. Of course, the Shimakaze gets taken out by, or I'm sorry, the Yugamo gets taken out by the Yamato's secondaries, and now Nate's in a very bad position here because that Yamato has decided to target Nate, and he's the only ship left, so you know he's the one being targeted. And those shots, are they gonna connect? Are they gonna hit him? Oh my God, RNGesus be praised. Those shots did fortunately miss him there, but look at the range we're talking about here. That Yamato's basically at point blank range, so you know as soon as he gets those shots reloaded, he's probably going to get hits away onto Nate here. And Nate's closing in, he gets his torpedoes away. Yamato does finally get his rear turret around and does finish Nate off. Moves into the B cap point here, but you can see at the time that Yamato got the kill, Nate was well within his torpedo range. And that Yamato, well, he's a Yamato. He doesn't care. He just continues sailing in a nice straight line, and Nate's going to connect with 5 torpedoes. Not enough to kill the Yamato outright, and doesn't quite secure the kill there, but does manage to stat pad his damage number there at 121,000 damage done in that game. 88 hits, 6 torpedo hits, 2 kills, 4 Citadels. A pretty reasonable amount of damage done for being bottom tier there, and a very, very quick game. This game total, minus what was cut out for replay bug issue, was actually less than 12 minutes total. Surprisingly enough, though, top of the team for XP and actually beating out the tier 10 battleship on his team at just shy of the 2,000 base XP marker there at 1,944 base XP earned in the game. So very good to you, sir. And of course, everyone on his team earned more base XP than anyone on the enemy team. Anyway, that's it for today's video, folks. If you like the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. I know that this video should have come out yesterday and is coming out today, and that's because I was having some technical issues with my new video editor. Sorry about that. Anyway, you can get semi-regular channel news and updates regarding these kinds of issues by following me on Facebook. If you'd like to help support me in the channel, you can do so by becoming my supporter on Patreon. Your support helps me buy better video editing software like the one I now have. If you've got a replay like this one that you'd like to see featured in my channel, you can send it to my email. And if you'd like to watch me play various games live, you can do so by following me on Twitch. You can find the links for all of those in the video description down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.